2 days ago, I was filming a video and I was talking about this reality being a simulation.
Oui.
Yeah, and I had plaits in that time. If you go back and check, if you check my profile and check my video from 2 days ago, when I had plaits in and I had a red top on, I had bright red lipstick on, and even after I posted the video, I was watching it. I was even watching the video playing back myself, and I was like, wow, I look so young and I look so pretty in this video. I look so stunning, gorgeous, pretty, yeah, and so young. And even myself, I reminded myself of how I was in my 20s, because in my 20s, I used to wear all the time, I used to wear a lot of red. Red actually was my favourite colour around this, like in my 20s, and I used to wear bright red lipstick all the time, but I don't tend to wear bright red lipstick that much anymore. So because of this reason, and then because I look so young in the video, it just, I was like, wow, it made me reflect back to that time. And because for so long I keep saying the same thing, I want to lose a lot of weight here in my midriff, and I don't feel like myself, and I haven't felt like myself for the longest of times. And I know a lot of women, as they mature, a lot of women must relate to this and experience this of just not feeling like themselves and wanting to lose weight, looking at photos of themselves when they were younger and seeing how they used to look so slim, and feeling that a part of them wants to get back to that person who they recognise. But it's not just like menopause, and it's not just old age. It's just like, I know a lot of people just put it down to, oh, you're not 20 anymore, and you're like, obviously you're more mature now, you're older now, so obviously you're gonna change, and you're gonna grow, and obviously your body's gonna change. A lot of women experience this, to put on weight after they've had so many kids and all this, when the menopause and all of this. But because I know myself, right, I know it's not just like because menopause, it's not just this thing of putting on weight, right? I know myself, and I know I do not feel like myself. I know that I'm not living out right now my fullest potential. So all the time there's a part of me that it's not that I want to go back in time, because obviously time moves forward. That time of my life is gone now. It's never going to come back. And I acknowledge that. I'm very fully aware of that. So it's not that I want to go back in time and relive my 20s. Not like that. But especially seeing the video and how young I looked and how fresh I looked and how just stunning, really pretty I looked. It's like I saw myself. I recognised myself, for that person that I used to be, and that person that I would like myself to get back to capture that essence of who I know deep down I am. And it's not just the physical, it's the internal, like how I feel internally about myself. So but yeah, so just seeing the video, it was just such like momentum. It's almost like seeing myself like that. It's like I felt like that as well. I felt that remembrance, that presence came upon me, of that person that I was like 20 years ago, like 20, nearly 30 years ago. It's like it came upon me, yeah. And I've been going through this sometimes. A lot of the times I just feel like I'm living some like other like parallel existence that I'm not supposed to be living, and I don't know, like the real me is, I don't know, captured somewhere in some other parallel existence. I do feel like this a lot of the time. And yeah, seeing that video, like I said, this is how I've been feeling. Was it yesterday? I did that video the day before. And the thing is, just right now, on the TV, there's this movie on, and it's called Brassed Off. This English movie about this group of Yorkshire miners who start this brass band, to, I don't know, raise money or raise funds or something for like community pride or whatever. And the thing is, when I was at college, I did drama at college, but I did performing arts. And the teacher of my subject, she was known for being like the best teacher of this subject in the whole of West Midlands. And a lot of the pupils that was on the same course as myself, a lot of them ended up working on TV, in theatre. Some of them became very well known. Some of them became famous even, and some of them, they went on to work like on TV dramas, TV soaps, like The Bill, and Doctors that used to come on. And I could mention a lot of other ones. The Lion King. Yeah, one African guy that I went to college with, he was an actor in that production for a while. I went off and done a bunch of other stuff, like teaching in Korea and whatever else, and I did a bit of like community theatre as well. But basically, yeah, so this movie Brassed Off, right? And sometimes the teacher, right, she would let us know about casting calls for extras. So sometimes, like, the whole class would go along to London to go and be like extras, to make up the audience in some of these movies. And Brassed Off is actually one of those movies. So I'm supposed to be an extra actually in Brassed Off. Like, I was actually an extra. I think there's a scene where they're performing in a theatre or cinema or something like that, and we had to be the audience members in screen time in the cinema or the theatre, whatever it was. But I'm not sure if that part, basically you don't actually see me, because I don't know if that part was edited out of the movie, or like I said, it's probably just like a really like a 2-second clip or something. This is what happens sometimes with the movies. But basically, because yesterday I was having that experience, and then seeing this movie that's come on now, it's giving me the same experience of remembering all that time ago, like from 20 years ago. So then it's giving me that, how to explain? It's like, it's as if, yeah, mentally, my timeline, it's like I'm here in the present, in the here and now, in 2025, but something is making me mentally and spiritually be in the timeline of that time of 20 years ago, when I was pursuing, all of this, thing, like, wanting to, be an entertainer and in drama and acting and all of this sort of stuff. And basically, in saying all of that, like, it's a nice feeling, it's a good feeling, because it's like, it's almost like there's a recapturing of like an essence that's in me, that's like coming to the forefront, the forefront of my mind and my spirit, which is a good thing. But the thing is that I do feel, this is like the not so good thing, right? There's like a negative aspect of it, which I don't know what it is, but I do feel for the longest of time, I feel like there's something in the ether, there's something out there that wants me, that's trying to make me like spiritually and mentally go back in time to maybe to get me back on track, to make me live the experience that I was deterred off from. I do feel like there's something in the ether, right? I do feel like there's people out there that are doing doing some type of spells on me, that are trying, like I said, yeah, to make me like retrace my steps, to make me go like back in time. But the thing is, even if you have a dream or something you want to accomplish or something you want to do, right, from 20 years ago, right, you can do that any time in your life, okay? It doesn't matter, yeah, how long it takes, yeah, if it takes you to your 60s or to your 70s even, it doesn't matter. But the thing is, right, what people have to understand, you cannot physically go back in time. Like, that time has gone. There's no point trying to recreate, a time that's past. What's been has been and done, it's gone. Okay, and what's meant to be is meant to be. What will happen when it's ready, when it's time. You can't do spells, you can't do voodoo work on somebody to make the past come back again, to come back alive. Okay, it's just not gonna happen. Okay, so, and people, right, they need to come to terms with this thing. They need to come to terms that a person changes, right? A person grows. Okay, a person, you know, becomes older. Like my son, yeah, he's growing every day. Yeah, even I remember myself when I just gave birth to him, when he was a little baby, right? Like it was just yesterday. But it wasn't just yesterday, okay? It was 7 years ago, okay? And so a person has to come to terms, okay? If it's your family or if it's your friend or someone who's not accepting, you know, time goes on. Life goes on. A person cannot like go back, like my son can't go back in time and become like a 2-year-old again or a 3-year-old again. He's already lived that stage. He's already learned what he needed to learn. He's already, you know, he's already learned his ABCs. Okay, he's already learned to crawl, okay, and then to walk, okay, and then to run. Okay, he's already done reception age, nursery age, school age, and reception school age, and year 1 and year 2. Yeah, there's no point to make him keep repeating the same cycle that he's already advanced from. Yeah, he's learned what he needed to learn at that stage, and he's grown, and he's going to keep growing. He's going to keep transitioning. So there's no point doing all this spell work. You know, people really, yeah, if you see somebody, right, they're changing, they're growing, right, they're probably older, right, then how you remember them in the mind, you have to come to terms with it. Okay, a person changes, a person doesn't stay the same. Okay, no matter how much, right, they probably put Botox and filler in the face to freeze time, you know, to make themselves look state. A person's not going to stay like 20 years old, and that is what I feel has been going on with myself. I don't know what it is, I don't know who it is exactly, but I do feel like there's people out there, right, there's something in the ether that's trying to keep me frozen and stuck in time, stuck reliving same pattern of like my 20-year-old stage. I'm not 20 anymore. That time's gone and it's not coming back. Okay, so people, please, you know, acknowledge when it's time to change, when it's time to grow. Life is transitioning all the time, every day. Please, yeah, get with it. You need to go with the flow, you know, you need to go with the current. You know, what do they say? That the same waters cannot flow into the same river twice. You know, so, you know, you need to flow with the current, okay, of life, and stop trying to freeze what is meant to, stop trying to freeze and stagnate and keep stuck in time what is meant to flow, you know, with the current. What happens, right, so when people, right, when they get to the top of their whatever it is, professional league, like here on TikTok they got leagues, yeah, they got league A, B, C, D. What happens, right, when, say I want to boost my life, right, boost my ranking so I get into rank A. What happens if I achieve that goal, right, and I manage to get into the top ranking, right, which is A1, yeah, daily, what do they call it, daily live, daily, what's it called, daily ranking, person number 1, A1 number 1 person. Say if I actually make it, right, and I do that, what happens then, you know?
No, you can't just do the whole.
When you get to the top, you know, just like in a game, right? It's got levels, level 1, level 2, level 3. What happens when you accomplish all the levels in the game? Either you're going to have to come back down, you know, or you're going to have to switch up the game and play a different game. So life, right, is full of ups and downs. Okay, there's ups And there's downs in life. But so the best thing to do, right, in life is to play the game, is to be a player, right? And not just be an active participant, right? And not just a spectator on the sidelines. Yeah. And not to be afraid if you're gonna win or if you're gonna lose. Because this is what I'm saying. Even if you make it to the very top, right? At some stage you gotta come back down. And even if you don't come back down, then at least you gotta change. You gotta like play a new game, one or the other. Yeah. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of ups and downs in life, because ups and downs are inevitable. You know. But the point is, the matter is, play the game. Be a participant. Stop being scared to lose. You know. Everybody has trial and error. Even the most successful people you see in life, they failed again. And the point is, they got back up, right? And carried on. So, this is what you have to do in life. You know? You can't let people discourage you and put you off and be minding other people, their comments and what they're thinking and what they're saying about you. You have to live your life. You know, you have to carry on. You have to keep going. Yeah.
Hotspot.
You have to be a participant.
Yeah.
Not just a spectator. That's my daily positive motivational talk for the day.